today. I'm here today because there's a very special subject that I'd like to share with you today. I previously recorded, at 3 o'clock as regular scheduled, or regularly scheduled. I went live here on Hangouts. I apologize. It was my very first time, and it's my second time now. But how about I was talking to myself for almost 30 minutes? But that is okay. That is okay. I am grateful as well, delighted, very delighted, and very excited to have this opportunity. There was an opportunity at hand the first time around, but unfortunately, due to technical issues, my presentation or my audio was not received properly in the way or the manner in which it should have been received. But I do hope that everyone is having a pleasant day today. I am feeling splendid. I am feeling great. I am feeling awesome. I am feeling incredible. And yet, I am very grateful of this opportunity to talk to you about music. The Emerald Music Group's absolutely free. Once again, the Emerald Music Group's absolutely free vocal training class. This is me, myself, William Alexander, and our niche is singing lessons. Many of you probably saw the video that I shared onto my Facebook fan page or my Facebook friends page or my general page, and I shared the live broadcast earlier today of the hangout that I plan on having with you guys, and I left a message there. Like I said, I tried to go on earlier and I was unable to, in my attempt, which I am very apologetic about that. But I am here today to tell you about, how to make love to music. And I shared that onto my Facebook page. Thanks to those of you that have joined the Emerald Music Group's page or group page there on Facebook. Thanks to those of you that are following me currently, and to those that are joined and signed up and registered for the Emerald Music Groups. Absolutely free vocal training class. Thanks to those that follow me on Facebook at We Love Will, to those of you that are following me at Emerald Music on Facebook, and to those of you that are following me all over social media, The Real Will 954 on Instagram, on Twitter, which is twitter.com/We Urbanite, which is WIURBANITE. But I shared a video yesterday, talking about how to make love to music. Typically, when it comes to music, us wanting to become greater singers, that's why I'm here. But I want to, and I can't express this to you enough, guys, just as a woman and a male come together as one, in efforts of expressing themselves or expressing one another, intertwining with one another, from a physical aspect, it is very important that when you feel something so deeply, not to get into a relationship, topic, or on a relationship topic or relationships. I'm not here to give any advice about relationships. That's not what I'm about, or my niche. My niche is about singing lessons and music. But I want you to understand, we must understand as individuals, as music artists, or as musicians, or as vocalists, or, just people generally in music, there has to be a connection. The same as, you being in a relationship with someone. It isn't something that just happens overnight. You get to know someone. And that's what we must do as individuals, getting to know our crafts and getting to know who we are and where we fit, and how music is to be applied to our lifestyles every day, and it's very important that you build a relationship, with music. Many times when it comes to relationships, you know, some people don't understand. Like with me, myself, for instance, when I'm coming into a relationship, as a single male or as an individual, coming into a relationship, guys, it's a necessity that they understand that it's a package deal that you're getting. This isn't just something that's, that you're just coming into. It takes great responsibility when you're gonna be with me, or if I plan on, being with someone, it's great responsibility that comes with it. But you have to understand that it's a package deal and that music comes with it. You know what I mean? My music comes with it, and I'm married to my music first. You know, many people or many of us aren't willing to accept that because, in relationships, especially women, women love to be glorified, and they should because they're the most beautiful being or the most beautiful creatures to ever walk the planet Earth. And, I praise them and I worship them in the way that they should be, or I recognize them in a way that they should be recognized, because you should do that, or we should do that as men, because, due to the natural fact of the matter, with that being said, just the natural fact of the matter and, you know, us being who we are and our creation. But, it's not that me, myself personally, it's not that I'm self-centered or that I feel that I shouldn't give you, or anyone that kind of time, or that kind of attention. And it's required for most women. It is, but that's why, I mean, me, myself, personally, I can't find myself giving you that kind of attention because it takes me away from whatever it is, and I truly desire to be with you. But if you can't understand, or, if, you can't understand that I'm in a relationship with my music as well, or music as well, we'll never work out. We'll never work out, and it's sad to say, but it'll never work out. If you have someone to understand who you are and what you're about, I mean, you guys would make a great couple, or you guys would, it'll last. But, in most cases, in most instances, one don't really understand the other. And, it's necessary that you understand me and what I'm into and how I feel about it. Same thing with them. You must understand them too. And if you don't give them the if you don't meet the requirement or the standard, you know, they find it elsewhere. And they should. They should. You can't blame anyone for that. You can't blame anyone for that. If you're lacking in an area that they demand that these qualities are needed to keep me or to keep me around, you can't be upset, or you can't be angry about that. But when it comes to music, you have to have a relationship, the same as if you were with any man or any woman. It's necessary that you have a relationship, you know and when it comes to music, just as you meeting someone, or meeting a young lady or a young man, that you're truly interested in, you take it a day at a time, getting to know each other. She's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's intelligent, she has a beautiful smile, she has an outstanding or a beautiful personality as well, her character. You fall in love with those things, or you begin to like those things, and you do simple things at first, just taking the simple steps because you want to break, you want to kind of, not break a code, or, to get a full understanding of them, because, we as men, we will never get a full understanding, know them, as a whole, and it's just natural, it's just natural, and it's not meant for you to try to, understand them to that extent. You just play a part. But as I was saying, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she has a beautiful smile, she has an outstanding personality, in her character, and she's very intelligent as well. And you want to know more about this person and building a bond and creating a bond with this person. And as each day goes by, you guys become closer and closer and closer, you know, and it starts out as a friendship, and then it becomes more like companionship, and then it's more, it becomes more. You guys are building something together, that you want to last. And then, I mean, just doing simple things, going out on dates. You may say, hey, listen, babe, or listen, sweetheart, let's go out and, I want to go out and have some ice cream with you today, and just hang out. Let's go and have some ice cream or something. Hey, let's go out and go bike riding. How about we go kayaking? Or how about we go or take a tour of the state capitol building? You know what I'm saying? And just go there and just do things together. Go out, walk out on the beach, or go to the park, and feed the ducks, or if you're allowed, if it isn't prohibited. But just do things, something to draw you nearer to that person. Or because you want someone that you feel is trustworthy, and someone that will never leave you, during the time of need, or and it doesn't have to be monetarily or anything. You know what I mean? Just someone to be there for you. You know what I mean? Just to be there for you. Just to be there for you. uh uh every male needs their ego stroked every now and then. You know what I mean? But someone to be there and to help to uplift you, and you uplift each other, and to build each other up, and just become greater people, just growing together. The same thing applies to music. You know, music, I find myself sometimes, you know, when it comes to music, I am very courageous when it comes to music, and I am very skilled when it comes to music. I could hear a pin drop, or the sound of a coin, landing flat, or flatwood on a canvas, or just any sound. I can create any beat or produce a beat just by sound. But music alone, it it drives me wild a little bit, because I find myself when I'm singing, or performing or singing, I find myself being in an entirely different environment. You know, I'm no longer in my element, no longer in human form. What am I? I can yet begin to tell you. I don't know. But I find myself being in an entirely different galaxy, or, another dimension. And it's a beautiful thing. You have to have that connection. That's one of the ways you make love to music. You have to caress the music, as if it were a woman. You want her to feel things, or feel in a way that no other man has ever made her feel. Anything that you can possibly do that you would feel is different, or make her experience greater, those are the things that you do. And the same things apply to music. When you make love to her, you want her to feel, I mean, incredible, you know, and it should be memorable as well. You know, there shouldn't be a moment that isn't memorable when it comes to that next level, or when it's when it's a call of duty, pretty much. You know, And you want to have that connection, one that is impactful, something that she would remember for the rest of her life, and that's how you have to be with music. That's how you make love with music. Music is your companion. And when you make love to music, it can just simply be using another singing technique, you know, making your tone or your sound more crisp, giving you more feeling, giving it more feeling. You want it to feel good. You want to make it feel good. You want it to feel good. You want to feel good. That's how you make love to music. Anything that you can do to satisfy it, that's what you do. Because music itself is a satisfaction to me. Just its name, music. It's enough for me. And music will never leave you. But we as musicians and singers, we find ourselves making up. Just as a relationship. If it's something that you want or you're determined to get after you've made a terrible mistake, who cares what anyone says? I'm going to get that woman. That's my woman. I'm going to get her. And no matter what it takes or how much effort it takes to get her, you have to get her back. You have to be determined to get her back. You have to. If you're the one that made the mistake. Same thing applies with music. The music will never leave you. We leave the music. The music is going to be here when you're gone. When you're dead and gone, the music, it'll still be here, guys. It'll never leave you, nor will it forsake you. Music has been around for ages, and it will continue to be. There'll be different styles, different eras, to come, but it'll forever remain, guys. Music will forever remain. But when you abandon the music, making it feel as a waif, same thing with a relationship. You abandon her. You abandon her emotionally, that she feels empty, or she feels that she's a waif, or she's a waif. You've abandoned her. What do you do? In some cases, you don't even realize what you're doing. But eventually, it shows. Now we're going to go here. Communication is the key. Now, we leave the music because we feel, hey, it'll always be here. I don't have time for that. And the more you put it off, the colder your vocals are getting. The longer you put it off, the worse the worse that your playing is becoming, because you have to be refreshed after abandoning your craft for so many years, because you're not practicing in the way that you should. But music is still here for you. It's still here for you. It hasn't gone anywhere. When it should have left you, it doesn't have a mind of its own. Because guess what? If you don't use it, someone else will. Same thing with relationships. What you don't do, another gentleman will. Same thing with men. If you don't do, or if you're not feeling the void, or if you're not, if you're not fulfilling those desires that we need, or that we're diligently, or that we're seeking, we will make a move, even if it's being alone, until that possible prospect comes into play later on down the line. The same thing apply. But when you make up, one of the key objectives are, or one of the keys to making up is what? Passionate love making. That's a part of the process, you know? And it's the best, guys. Let me say that. Makeup love is the best. So what we must do is, when you're making love, you have to caress the music. You have to mentally feel or stabilize the music. You have to give it security. You know, there should be no insecurity when it comes to the music. What happened is behind us. I'm here now. Be intimate with the music. Making impact, you're making passionate love with to the music. Hold the music. That's what you have to do. And there has to be a connection. There has to be a connection. What you have to do, or what we have to do, is we have to tap more into our creative skills. The way you feel about someone, I guarantee you feel more about the music. If you're a true musician, or if you're a true vocalist, or if you wish or truly desire to become a great singer and you're here today with me, it's simply for that reason. You want to become better. Same thing with relationships. The first time that you guys are intimate, it may be great, but the next time around you become intimate with that person, it gets better. And the time after that, it gets even better. You know why? I'm pretty sure you know why. Because you're becoming more familiarized with that person's body. And each time you gather as one in activities that are known to be amazing or beautiful, mesmerizing, heartfelt, that's what happens. That's exactly what happens. There's a connection, and we must do the same thing with music, guys. How to make love to music. You have to be connected. If you wish to make great music, there's no other way, guys. We have to be connected. There's nothing wrong with being unique. There's nothing wrong with diversity or diversity. You know, just as, Andre 3000, Big Boy, I can understand those guys because, me myself, I've always been a weirdo, guys. Always. He's strange. I can't help it. I'm just different, I'm just different. You can't blame me for that. And everything that almost any other individual out there have experienced, I have too. You know, I'm not gonna even get into that. But I'm just like you to a certain degree. I'm a weirdo though. And you know what? I accept my uniqueness. Everyone wasn't created the same. Some big, small, short, tall. And I accept it. And if no one else accepts it, that's a personal problem. You continue doing what you do. You continue doing what you do. Because guess what? In the end, it's just you and music. Why? Because the passionate love that you make to music is the reason that leaves you wanting more every time. You're not just done. Yeah. One time ain't enough when you make great music. You know, you got to give it something to remember. Because guess what? Music is going to always be there for you, regardless of the situation or circumstance. But that's how. That is why, and that is how. This is how you make love to music. This is William Alexander of Emerald Music Group. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your support. Be sure to go to the Your Shoppers Guide Shopify store. And we just did our product launch, you know, of t-shirts, hoodies. We also have apparel or gear for the babies. We have something special for the babies starting at 6 months, guys, to 2T, all the way to 2T, I'm sorry, ranging to 2T. So be sure to go to the Your Shoppers Guide Shopify store and, you know, pick up a couple of items, you know, those things that you may need. You can go to the eShop. They have a store there on Facebook at the eShop. I'm sorry, Your Shoppers Guide 954. You know, the eShop. You can find it there on Facebook. You know, maybe you need some shades or something. Maybe you need a home. Maybe you need a car. You know, maybe you need a watch, or maybe a couple of shirts, or, you know, swimwear. Whatever it is you need, guys, be sure to go there. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, as I said. But this is going to exclude the Emerald Music Group's singing lessons video. Today's topic is how to make love to music. Until next time, guys, peace.